Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a beautiful night. This is Ayansa J. Muse, the mother of the mothership, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast, the test runs. So, what I'm doing right about now is coming out from behind the partition I'm normally speaking on, and I'm broadcasting live in the flesh, on camera, coming out of my comfort zone as being a lady that likes to be heard more than seen. But here I am giving you a good look at your girl. So, I am bringing you your nightly mystic forecast for Tuesday. But before we do that, let's recap Moonday. Take it up from the top. Now, I was raised a Christian girl before I went Ifa Orisha priestess, so I like to start with the Genesis creation story. And Moonday is the first day of the week that represents the firmament that God was looking over the whole time. Notice that there's a scripture that never says, let there be water. Why? Because from Jump Street, water was already there. And today is the first day of the week, Moon Day, the first day of the creation, and the first day is rooted in the element of water. And the same Ifa Orisha tradition creation story, Yemaja birthed Orisha, and in the beginning, all living things came from water. And today is ruled by the moon. Yemaja owns those. And that sets us in a place of emotional healing. So when it comes to the structures of society, honeys, we've been hoodwinked. Why? Because Monday, the first day off the weekend, is when we get thrown right back into the rat race of our daily routines. But how many of us take the time to emotionally assess? Hmm. And when you emotionally assess, that's when you set the energetic tone for the remaining 6 days of the 7 day cycle. So, here on 222.9, the mothership, we venerate the mothers of song, we venerate the mothers of music, we venerate the Orisha Yamaja and Oloku. And here on the 24/7 Groove, we keep it blue on Moon Days, celebrating the Monday energy, getting acquainted in the element of water, of maternal womanhood, and what births the entire week. So, what does yours look like? You decide. I'm going to run a quick commercial real quick, and when I come back, we're going to talk more about Moon Day. I'm Mayansa J. Muse, and you are listening to The Forecast. Let's see here. D. A question on the heart is the spirit's thirst for clarity. Readings, consultations, I call them intuitive counseling sessions, but you know what I mean. They're kind of like gumbo or peach cobbler. You may have tried many, but you haven't had mine. I can say I met the divine when I was about 9. Ever since I was 16, I found myself wondering, do I have an invisible "please come tell me your business" sign taped to my forehead? Then one day I was sitting at the bus stop at a crossroad, and I had the audacity to ask the goddess, why was I even sent to earth? And I became an ethereal, intuitive counselor. And the universe has been answering that question over and over again, one phone call at a time, for the last 9 years. From there, in between sessions, I began to relentlessly apply, align, and study the ways of the stars and of the ancients. 3 years in, Orisha priestesshood to Oya came knocking. Hence the Iya in the name Iyansa J, Iyansa, an Oya praise name. Oya is the Orisha who brings radical transformation and change. Make no mistake about it now, baby. I am no soothsayer. I am no fortune teller. I'm not a private investigator. I don't cast love spells. I'm not an emotional punching bag. I'm not a spiritual trash dump. I am not a haven for jinn spirits. I give guidance with clarity, with wisdom, with love, with truth. I unlock keys to your spiritual growth and your highest destiny according to your unique design. Ready for some evolutionary change? Let's talk. And we're back. In case you're just now joining us, I am Mayanza J. Muse, the mother of the mothership, and hold on. I am bringing you your nightly mystic forecast for Moonday going into Tuesday. All right, so I do pueo to your Ori and to your ancestors for bringing you here tonight, and for your spiritual guides for leading you here. The forecast is going to run every night at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time to bring you the recap of today and how that energy flows into what's to come tomorrow. If you aren't already, if you're watching this from YouTube, I am broadcasting live from my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my Mother Blue Hughes Facebook fan page. But as of right now, as long as I'm in the season of test runs, I'm going to be running this on all 7 of my Facebook pages, my YouTube, actually all 8 of my Facebook pages, my YouTube, and of course from my Instagram Live. But my Instagram Live gets to see the raw stuff I say behind the curtains. So choose which angle, which portal you want to beam up, and let's go. We're going into Tuesday, but I got to stay on Monday for a minute because there's a lot there. If you aren't already, just go ahead and follow my link tree so that you can have the entire Iyansa J Muse experience. It is Moonday, the power day of the week sacred to those born in the zodiac house of crab season. And it's about to be crab season in another week. So for all you crabby babies out there, Moon Day is your turn up day. It's day 1 of the week. The firmament, we venerate Yemaja or Lokun, but in some traditions of Ifa Orisha, Moon Day is the day in which a shoe is venerated. Ibashe Ojo Aje, that is the day of the week that says Moon Day, day of financial success. So this is a day that you want to start making new financial plans. Good time to focus on, financial planning, generational wealth, things pertaining to that. Because water is currency and currency is flow. So going on with more about Moon Day, let's talk about this Moon Day in particular, in which I call the waters of duality. It's Moon Day, June 12th, 2023. The day is vibrating on a 16-7, so that's a double scoop of Yamaja energy because 7 is is the number that is sacred to Yamaja, but also to the Orisha Ogun. And Ogun's ruling day in many Orisha traditions is tomorrow. We are in the 3rd moon day of Gemini season, so there's a double scoop of that Ashu 3 energy since we mentioned him. It's the 12th moon day, so 12 shows up twice of spring equinox. We're heading into summer solstice, and the African way of the stars, we are in the season of the ancestor. It's the 3rd decan of Gemini season, which is half Aquarius. So if you were born between the 10th and the 21st, you are actually half Gemini, half Aquarius, Out of your mind. No, I'm just playing. You have three planets on your head instead of two, because Aquarius is ruled by both Saturn and Uranus. Add to that Mercury. So I would say the third decan Geminis are the most thrilled in the game. But they're also the most genius when they allow their powers to be mastered. The moon tonight is waning, and it's waning in the first house of Aries. So trim the fat around your new beginnings, because it's the new day of the week, and the moon is waning in the very first house. So this is a good time to banish old habits, old thinkings, old anything that's keeping you from your new beginning. And the Mars fire drive is hand in hand with the moon wearing a veil, and that's a perfect time to fire up your candles, go to your prayer altars, ask for that thing, banish that thing you need to get rid of to reach your highest good. I am Ayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. Just the test runs. Ashe. Hi. Mm.
Blues? I don't sing 'em. I tranquilize in their hue. Now my mouth pours truth. And Ayansa J. Muse, haiku. Moon talk, mother peace, found release. Throat chakra healing, waters, blues, spirits, films, music, sea creature messages, guided meditations, poetry, mysteries of the wine dark sea, healing stones and shells, blue things, rhyme, Ayansa's glass water, dreams and wisdom, cleansing, healing. It's all inside. Come on in. Every Moonday on Mother Blue Hues with Ayansa Muse.
Variations of Blue. Sea-inspired handmade healing stone jewelry. Ayansa's glass gourd bottle art. Published books, recorded poems, ebooks, Mother Blue Hues online courses, Mother Peace Round Tarot, and Dream Interpretation readings, and other Yemoja or Lokun inspired handmade mystic oddities, all created by Ayansa J.T. Muse, the Mothership Mystic Boutique, the Moon Collection. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up. And we're back. And we're back. So, in case you're just now joining us, I'm Ayansa J. Muse, the mother of the mothership, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. It is Moonday, Waters of Duality, and I want to speak on that for a minute. I came up with the title for that for tonight's show because waters deal with emotions and emotional healing. And while we're in the third decan of Gemini season comes to teach us of our dualities. There is a lot of Eshu energy involved in Gemini season. And it's not for negative reasons. It's to make us aware of our dualities so that we know how to balance them. And there's no better place to start than with your emotions. Because things that we suffer emotionally often create our alter egos. They often create our dualities. They create the people that we have to be externally to protect that inner child inside. And then you have the other side of that coin that is overly stoic, without boundaries, taught to be people pleasers, and flares up the ego self even worse. So, one thing to learn about balancing your dualities, is that your spirit self is there to keep your ego carnal self from getting out of control. And your ego self is there to keep your spirit self from tossing too many pearls to swine. Just some Moonday sentiment. Think about it. We are in the third decan of Gemini season, 11 through the 21st. Y'all are half Aquarius. And the Kemetic way of astrology, we are in the season of Set. And if tonight is your solar return, then with your musical and artistic ability, you seek the friendship and society of those who appreciate and love these things. You are both admired and popular amongst your friends and associates. You have an affectionate nature, and when you marry, you are assured of complete happiness and contentment. Just a little bit of zodiac dry snitching for you there. And everyone else that's in the other remaining 11 houses, make sure you give those duality people in your life some love because they're only there to teach you more about your duality. I am Mayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. Tarot readings. A lot like peach cobbler. You may have had them before, but you've never tried mine. One focal point of query, 2 tarot decks, double the clarity. The Deuce's Wild Tarot Spread by Ayansa JT Muse, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. If you're hearing this over Mothership Airwaves, visit the 222.9 The Mothership's Facebook page to book your appointment. If you are seeing this online, then click the link in the comments section to schedule your reading today. Only available on Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Ashe. Monday, Moonday, okay. Back to the start of a new 7 days. How her mystery moves ocean waves. She, Mother Moon, waxes, wanes, all over Earth's surface she rules this day. Stirring our inner emotions, inner water reflects soul mirrors. Reflections may be shivers, but balance this. Coming off a weekend high, we're moody today naturally. And here's why. She helps align shadow sides. Libations through eyes cleanses the soul to rise. Positive vibes before your trade, daily play, or 9 to 5. Monday, Moonday. Okay. An Ayansa J. Muse short poem. Oshun. Obatala Shango gold trims awaken my melanin's platinum. Over Oya-colored satin, Yemoja priestess patented from the finest African fabrics, a house that crowns Oris and the quality is lavish. The ancestors are laughing, and it fits when our shape shift from oracle to savage. It's a habit. This experience, this essence, you can have it. Just go to the House of Crowns, choose your fabric, your package, and grab it. Ashe. Unleash some traditional royalty into your wardrobe and home with some high-fashion bonnets, robes, traditional head wraps, robe and bonnet sets, table liners, aprons, quilt designs, and more from Ile Ade's House of the Crowns. They are created from the finest imported African fabrics, inspired by the love of authentic African textile art. They come in various alluring colors and patterns. Anything you choose comes with the spiritual essence that honors our ancestral legacy and heritage. House of the Crown's creator is none other than Omoyemoja Iya Awo Ade. And that's not all. Like my bracelets, indulge in a monthly or quarterly self-love subscription box to deeper embrace your traditional royal femininity. The boxes come with all sorts of sets and extra gifts that remain a mystery until you open the box. So what are you waiting for? Visit the Ile Ade House of the Crowns today at ileadehouseofthecrown.com or email at ileadehouseofthecrown@gmail.com. Bring some traditional African royalty into your wardrobe and your world. Ashe. Did you enjoy the water wisdom here at Mother Blue Hues? Well, then follow me into Tuesday's greenery, the clearing of the Peridopoultice, at www.poeticallymuse.org/Peridopoultice. That's POETICALLYMUSED.org/PERIDOPOULTICE. Bet you won't follow me there tomorrow. Ashe. And we're back. In case you're just now joining us, I am Mayansa J. Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. The test runs, the ones without the hiding partition. So it's Moonday night, waters of duality, and we're heading into Tuesday, so make sure you stick around after the forecast. And those of you that are watching on the videos, beam up to the mothership. It's a 24/7 radio station dedicated to your mystic education with all 7 music rotations in planetary alignment with the Orisha and the planets. Dedicated to preserving the genius of classic old school Black music and esoteric wisdom, something different each and every day. So after tonight's forecast wrap, go ahead on and beam on up to the mothership and just get right back on into your world and let this radio station do what it do, honey. Those of you that are listening over the mothership airwaves, you're hearing me over the backdrops of Marion Meadows, deep waters. And we're in the deep waters of Moonday, so you still got about 2.5 hours to get your emotions lined up before Tuesday's masculine drive takes over and emotion drops E and just leaves motion. Tomorrow we go into the numerology of 8, actions in infinite, and dealing with the dualities of Gemini energy. So learn to let your ego and your spirit work together, complement each other, not tear each other apart. Because if you don't watch it, they'll do that. It will be the 3rd Tuesday of Gemini season, 12th Tuesday of spring equinox, and the moon will be waning in the 2nd house of Taurus. So that would be a time to banish everything that works against your forward drive as far as your materialistic, things are concerned. So as long as you don't trample anyone else, banish everything that keeps you from getting the bag. It is the season of the ancestors still, and the 3rd decan of Gemini season. Now, in Orisha tradition, 8 is the number sacred to the Orisha Obatala. And that's a good number to have when you're dealing with the unbridled masculine forward drive of the planet Mars. Because sometimes we can be blinded by our own ambitions that we lose a little bit of our integrity the moment we see something in our reach. So Obatala essence being alongside Ogun is very, very balancing. I'm going to take a quick break real quick, and when I come back, I'm going to talk to you about what's going on with a couple of the planets, which one's in retrograde and which one we are headed into. I'm Mayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. Green vegetations, plant magic. Ibasheo go, ibasheo nile,
Ibashe Ochosi, Heart Chakra,
Jazz, Voices of the Fathers, Mars. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. Greens. Alliance's Gourd Bottle Art. Greens. Personalized poultices in the forms of oils and baths. The Mars Collection. Kemetic Tarot Readings. Other handmade mystic oddities. Greens. Earth Tone Inspired Healing Stone Jewel Mars Collection. Peridot Poultice. Blog articles. And online courses. It's all inside the Mothership Mystic Boutique. The Mars Collection. Ashe and Mojibatu Olodumare Bobo Egungun Ara Orun Bobo Orisha for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm Ayansa JT Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. And we're back. I am broadcasting live over the worldwide airwaves of 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. So we recapped on what's to come tomorrow for Tuesday, and that's on the numerology, daily numerology of 8, and Tuesday being the day sacred to the Orisha Ogun. It's good to keep your patience and humility right alongside your forward drive. It keeps things balanced. So you're able to accomplish things as you need to with the forward drive and movement without trampling anyone else or practicing bad character. As the funfun or the white cloth of Obatala represents spiritual purity, chastity, patience, morals. More on that later. I have a couple of things to give you about a planet currently in retrograde and one planetary retrograde that we're headed into. Currently, the planet Pluto, or the higher octave of Mars, is currently in retrograde until the day of my Orisha birth, October 11th. It went into retrograde on the 1st of May, and Pluto represents transformation, minding your taboos, and it's the most subtle of all retrogrades. And we all know in the spirit world, the small things are large and the large things are small. And the subtleties make all the difference. So embrace your transformations. Embrace that thing that you're fighting to keep the same. Embrace the change. Ibashe or Ya, she brings those changes, doesn't she? And I'm just her walking agent. Don't get mad at me. It's time to close old chapters, end old relationships, stop everything that's keeping you from regeneration, because that's what the planet Pluto represents, regeneration. And it is the higher octave of the planet Mars. So the balance of Ogun and Obatala energy is very Pluto-ish. Transformation in a way designed for its highest good. That's a planet that's currently in retrograde. On the 17th, that's 5 days from now, the planet Saturn will be going into retrograde. Now, Saturn is the planet that's sacred to Eshu, to many, Babaluaye to others. It's the trickster planet, planet of karma, discipline, divine justice, power, the reasons behind your desires for material things. And it will be retrograding. And this is where we make important life decisions. We embrace those deeper crossroads in life. We get our priorities in check. We reap the rewards of self mastery, or we get our asses kicked by karma when we make the wrong choices. This is about self discipline, self expression, and many, many other things that are pertaining to that law of balance, karma, discipline, and power. So gear up. 5 days from now, that planet is going in a retrograde. So expect some things to come up in your life that's going to make you face them things. Just letting you know. Gonna take another quick break. And when I come back, we're going to get to your nightly tarot draw. I am Ayansa J. Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, and you are beamed up to 222.9, the mothership. Beam up. Greens. Ayansa's Gourd Bottle Art. Greens. Personalized poultices in the forms of oils and baths. The Mars Collection. Kemetic Tarot Readings. Other handmade mystic oddities. Greens. Earth Tone Inspired Healing Stone Jewel Mars Collection. Peridot Poultice. Blog articles. And online courses. It's all inside the Mothership Mystic Boutique. The Mars Collection. Every 4 minutes, the heavens switch positions, and it will serve your spirit well to have the heads up ahead of time, as every day is special as we know. But this program is designed to bring you the mystic details of what makes each and every day special and different from the one before. It brings an elixir of numerology, astrology in various form, moon phases, daily divinations, and anything else pertaining to cosmic phenomena. Join me at 9 p.m. nightly for this elixir on The Forecast. If you miss your nightly forecast, well, it airs again at 6 a.m. So you can't miss it, at least and not be fully aligned with your day. So make sure that you tune in to The Forecast on 222.9, The Mothership. Beam up. Oh, yes. It's about that time. When the hour is good and late, when solitude may not be such a good thing, it's time to go deeper inside the many visions of what love looks like. The most powerful force of it all, love. The spark that makes life worth living. Love. That thing we all want and need. Love. One potent drop will send you to your knees. Love. We try to make rules where there aren't any. Love. I could go on and on forever, like we want our love to last. Love. It takes all and quarantines nothing. Love. So addictive in its many forms. Love. High, low, above, over, under the norm. Oh, don't be shy, 'cause somewhere down the line, we're all about that life. So join me on weeknights at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time for a love-filled, lovely musical wind down, a deeper look inside what love looks like. Slow jams, blue lights in the basement kind of love, the kind that creates generations. Only on your mystic musical haven on the airwaves, 222.9, the mothership. Beam up. And we're back. In case you're just now joining us, I'm Mayansa J. Muse, the mother of the mothership, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. Now, if you're listening from the mothership's airwaves, you're going to have to use your vision and imagination this time. Everybody that's been watching has been getting the visual, while those listening over the airwaves have been listening to this smooth drive over the sounds of Marion Meadows' deep waters. But now it's time for your nightly tarot draw. So those of you that are watching on the videos, this is where the visual has more benefit than the audio. Those of you that are listening on audio, well, let's just follow along here. So I'm going to start with your Moonday tarot draw, which is actually different from the one I drew on my TikTok. But this is from the Mother Peace Round, which is my Moonday tarot deck, and it's the Daughter of Wands, but it's pointing to the east. Now, the Daughter of Wands and this tarot deck, the Suit of Wands represents fire, the east wind, new beginnings. The wand is also the energy conductor and the reminder of the God within yourself that the power is in your hands. But with this card facing east, this card is a warning of rambunctious behavior when our dualities are not properly balanced in the name of achieving our next big thing. The daughter here represents a young, rambunctious, feminine child. And that doesn't speak against the feminine energy. It just speaks to the essence of flow and the need for flow to be disciplined. Because water takes whatever form it's contained by. And when that can be too unbridled, then we get more into the rambunctiousness. But on the opposite end of that extreme, if one is too stoic, then still water starts to stank. So make sure you're keeping that flow going in alignment. Keep that Ogun and Obatala energy side by side. Leading into Tuesday night's card from my Kemetic Tarot deck, we draw the Five of Pentacles. But let me show it to you how it was revealed to me. There we go. Yes, this card showed up inverted. Now, a lot of people and a lot of occultic things like that find the pentagram to be very freaked out. Well, the pentagram is only an evil symbol when it's turned upside down, because when it's turned upside down, there's two heads instead of one. So when a pentagram or any type of star figure is shown with this point facing up, it's actually not considered evil or imbalanced. When the pentagram shows up inverted, that's when you have something to watch out for. Pentacles represent money or anything connected to material gain. So the message of the five, and five is the number sacred to Oshun, the Orisha of abundance, the Orisha of everything that makes life worth living. What's being connected to me in this card here is saying, be mindful of the things that you do for capital gain. Because there ain't no money like God money, because God money is guilt free. But any ill gotten gain will be lost just as quickly. So as you go forth into the forward drive of Mars, and that's going to put you in action now, just make sure you allow that spirit energy to go side by side with your ego. That way, you prosper in the name of win-win situations as opposed to only one's own gain. I'm Mayansa J. Muse, and this has been your nightly tarot message. And I'm going to take a couple of minutes to run some more commercials and everything. And when I come back, I'll be closing up tonight's forecast.
May 13th.
Blank face, soapstone, my throne, no clones, dripping lyrical honey from my beehive drones or wasp nest. At the behest of my ego, I grow, I go, you'll know. Soon enough.
The original rapper, your first hip-hop artist, was the ancient African warrior who told his stories of triumph or defeat over a drum beat. Ever wondered why rappers always say, "Gimme a beat"? Well, that beat is the sacred baton of the heart. And what does rap even stand for anyway? Rhythm and poetry. So why not experience it in its raw form? You know, the open style, blaze the mic, spit the bars, poetic gospel. Oh yes. So if you aren't afraid, then join us at 6 p.m. for Rhyme, the Underground Gospel. That's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, that is, for an hour of straight bars from everyday people. And who knows, you may hear a few of Mama's rhymes. Only on your Mystic Musical Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up.
Thank you for joining me for tonight's forecast. This test run wasn't as bumpy as I thought, so make sure you beam on up to the mothership on any one of the pages that you're watching on. The link tree is on there. You can pick your fruit, take a bite, get yourself a reading. Check out the entire Iyansa J Muse orbit, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Before I go, I want to play you a song because, of course, this is the mothership. And honey, I'm cold on the old school music. But this song came to mind because it played today at 2:22 p.m. And it's the song Spando Ballet. This much is true. Allow yourself to assess your life just as it is and embrace all of its truth and move forward in gratitude. And remember, the sky is big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind, your ass will follow. I'm Beyonce J. Muse, and this has been your nightly mystic forecast. Ashe.
Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up.